Hello YouTube, it's your boy the Miyazaki man Sai. 2 big boxes here today. Actually, I tell a lie, there's about 10 big boxes, but these 2 just came in today. I'm pretty sure it's Baltimore from Azur Lane and Chen, the dragon version. Really cool, right? Apex. So let's open them up. Probably going to do the Baltimore video first because with Chen I've actually got quite a big Arknights haul that I want to do to get in the video. Lo and behold, it's a 50-50 shot. Bang on the money, we're starting with Baltimore. Okay. Don't need to be subtle with this, but I'm keeping the external packaging because I've got a lot of patron prizes to ship out this month. Just in time for Christmas. That aesthetic is so beautiful. Flagbearer Baltimore. Finish line 1/7 scale figure. This is stunning. I mean, even the artwork is absolutely majestic. I love that glossy blue. Apparently her cast off, she's a force cast off as well. And she looks very, very nice indeed. I've seen some of the promo pics and some of the force cast offs. But yeah, she looks true to form. I know my mate Senpai Collects in my Discord forum got her already. How did he get her before me? I'm in Japan. I know, because it shipped from China, right? So yeah, very excited to open this one up. Speaking of China, I've heard some very disturbing news. Apparently, if you show too much breast or too much thigh, it can't be distributed in China because of the lack of regulations or something there. So fearful some of the future of those factories in China and some of the distributors there. But hey ho, until I get a cancellation of a figure I really want, you know, it doesn't affect me, but just a warning for you guys out there. This is a pre-order, so you get the pre-order bonus acrylic stands. I'm actually going to do a dedicated video on acrylic stands very shortly because in between pre-orders and figure orders you might want to collect some stuff like cards, trading cards, and acrylic stands. Acrylic stands can be beautiful and really make an impact on a shelf or on a wall as well. Consider getting some. This Baltimore acrylic stand, very, very beautiful. And is it just me, but I love her little love handle flaps on the side there. Cute. So there she is. Her thong pantsuit digging into her flesh. So she does have a slightly embarrassed, subtle face there, but I don't think I'm going to use the alternate face because this face is just top dog. I mean, wow, I love the glossy, smooth effect on all of her satin pieces, and the fact she's got these little arm gestures and poses, it's just iconic really. These fingernails are done really, really nicely as well. She just looks really well produced. Quality control, no issues at all. Little cheeky body right there. This is my ideal form for a feminine figure. Not over the top, not over exaggerated, just a nice curvy, slightly doughy young lady with baby giving hips. And these little thigh strap-ons, fantastic, majestic, long legs, beautiful, slender, curvy, attractive, very pretty. I like it a lot. Racing girl, Enterprise, Baltimore. Look at that little thong gesture there. Overall, no detrimental comments on the quality control. She looks very good to me. There's not the most shading on the brown hair just to see, but somehow there's red, kind of red tints, red glowing brown tints in the internals of her hair, which is very, very nice. This already looks like a top-notch figure. Her little cheeky hat obviously goes on her head. But the question I want to ask you guys is, with these alternate headpieces, what do you do for storage? Do you just put it on the side, hang it on the base, have a dedicated little head locker? Because I can't ever imagine myself hot swapping the heads back and forth. You only do it for reviews, right? What do you do with your spare, not just accessories, but spare headpieces? I'm sure you just choose one, right? Choose one and put on display. So this flag is actually made of metal. I don't know what material. It feels a bit like aluminium, to be honest. because this is probably heavy and extravagant, probably the most heavy part on the whole figure. I think this flag might be heavier than Baltimore herself. So you want to be careful releasing that. You don't want any damage there. That must be a stand to prop up the flag as usual. There's a little connection piece there which goes into one of the slots. I'm just going to maneuver my way and see how it does. Oh, I can bear this flag. 12 for me, baby. No, anyway, yes, going with the racing theme, and I've been really tempted to collect some of the racing theme figures. I really like the Yoko racing theme, the Kano Uncho for Ikitusen. Obviously the Fate racing theme is very well established. There's loads of sabers. The Rin is quite nice as well. Jean, Mordred, etc. So let's put this together. Stands diagonally from the tires. Just going to prop it on the base there. Now that's interesting. Her hand is meant to go on this tire here, like so, but you can't get her fully down on the base. Is that a design flaw, or do I need to pull her back slightly? Or no? Okay, I've clipped her in. My bad. She really stands out. You know who she reminds me of? She reminds me of Asuka Kazama from Tekken, right? That kind of blue, beautiful theme. Short hair, brown, a little bit tomboyish. Cool, Baltimore. She's in Tekken. So this is supposedly meant to wrap underneath her hair and in her arm. Now, I can't see an effective way to do this without damaging her. So maybe we need to take out her head. Flag, like so. Is that really how it's meant to go? Oh, I see. Now there's a hole in the tire here where you're meant to prompt this can you see it? That extended part into the tire, and now the world makes sense. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Okay, so now that looks pretty good to me. She's resting with the pole just inside the bend of her wrist. That is exactly how it's meant to go, because that props nicely into the tire as so. Now we're going to put her a smiling, cocky, cheeky, hello there cheeky head back on. But will it go back on though? I'm unconvinced. Oh, there's like a gap in her hair. There's a gap. I'm just going to show you that now. There's a gap in her hair, which is where you're meant to prop that pole, surely, because that gap is way too big. Oh my goodness, they've made it so her hair holds the pole in place. That is outrageous, but good idea. I like it. That hole and gap in her hair is specifically meant to hold this pole. Naughty and nice. Extra spice. Now if that's the case, where does this go? Where does this stand go? To hold the flag at the bottom? This may be a case where instructions, I should really read the instructions. It is meant to go in the back to hold the flag in place. Now the flag isn't so heavy, this back part of the flag. Should I really prop that there? Doesn't look so attractive to me. Well, supposedly you put this white piece to hold the back of the flag standing on the back there. I don't know if it's really necessary. This part itself isn't particularly heavy. It's not like those outrageous freeing hair bunnies, you know. This is just a really thin piece of plastic, and it's already secured on by the wheel and by her hair and by her arm. But nonetheless, I'll put it on there because it's a design decision and I don't know what else to do, so I don't want to store that either. So Baltimore, let's put on the twirly thing. But doesn't she look good? I really like this aesthetic. I am a huge fan of Azur Lane designs, and look at that little chicklet, chocobo. Cute. I just found out it's called Manju. Sponsored by Manju. Oh my goodness, Apex Toys. She's really nice. Let's prop the hat on her. Final touch. Forward facing hat. And now she is 2-player variant M Bison. God, I love it. Let's Straight away I'm absolutely attracted by her skin tone, the moulding of her body, her long legs, the calf, the shoes, that little chiclet chocobo. The tires look really realistic, racing themes as well, shoulder pads. She is really alluring to look at. That blue is striking blue and really stand out. I think they use the same blue for that Mio binding bunny, right? The same artist as Caroline Yuri, but look at her, she is outstanding. That body posture, that hand perched on the tire, those fingernails, that wrist just over her banner, gladly holding that banner aloft. She is the Jeanne d'Arc of Azur Lane. Look at those red ribbons flowing as well from her flagpole. Her thong and those thigh straps are just so cheeky to look at. She's rotating like a beast. I actually like this leaning pose the best because at this angle it captures her subtlety, her cheekiness. She's smirking and smiling, but you can see those tints of red underneath her eyes. Her hair could do a bit more shading. However, it's just a very minor point because you see the strands of hair, and that hat perches nicely on her head as well. She's well postured. Her proportions are fairly decent. It's not over the top and crazy like some of those really kind of obnoxious figures where they just don't take into account body proportions at all. This is just really nice, and that's a cheeky jacket that's never intended to close. Just about ends on the end of her boobage. Wow. Manju. Manju means delicious snacks in Japanese, and she is a delicious snack. And look at that Baltimore wording on her tights as well. It's unique and customized to her. From this angle I think she's the best, just underneath her, so I might prop her on one of the top higher shelves, and she deserves it. She's a standout. I tell you what, the Azur Lane figures in its entirety are pretty damn good. I really like this Baltimore. For 22,000 yen on pre-order, absolutely worth it. Apex knocked it out of the park. She's almost flawless except the hair. Go get her.